dioxide, and we looked at all of the schools in the city have got access to this data, and some of them bring them up in governors' meetings. And we started to look at our data and realised that twice over 2 years we'd gone over what's classed as the legal limits. So then we started to look at other schools and realised that this was commonplace. That it's not particulates as grave as measuring with the school streets. It's nitrogen dioxide. And we started to think about, well, what could we do to improve air quality in the schools? So we looked at London, which has obviously got major issues with air quality in the schools there. Do lots of work mitigating against it with these green barriers. So there's a central pot of money in London which schools dip into. They access the money and they build kind of ivy screens around the schools. There isn't a central pot of money in Sheffield, and there wasn't that much understanding about how the green barriers worked or how we could use it within our schools. So we got a little team together and we started to talk to people. The University of Sheffield got some money together and paid for a PhD research student, María, and Urban Flows Observatory lent us some kit to monitor air quality in the playground a bit more scientifically than we were doing. And then we connected with Sheffield Business Together, and they put us in touch with lots of businesses who said they would help us prepare the playground to plant. So we did that this summer. We've done a big construction project with Arab and Henry Boot, who've dug down to prepare the playground. Maria's been researching for the last 12 months, looking at air quality, looking at particulates and nitrogen dioxide, and helping us design and decide on the plants that we would need to mitigate against the particular air pollution issue that we have within our school. And just to note, it's not just in our school. Actually, our air quality is either the same or a little bit better than lots of schools in the city. There's some areas in the city which is really poor, which is why we would like to use this as a kind of platform to encourage other schools to do something similar. But in order to do that, you need a lot of businesses, you need a lot of understanding, you need data, and you need money, which all the schools haven't got, obviously. So we're using this as a kind of a starting point to demonstrate what's possible and what can happen when businesses collaborate with the universities getting the data, and when parents and kids get involved kind of in the education aspect of it. And then in November this year, we hope to plant and have a big planting party, which I'd love to invite you all to, and really use that to invite kind of policymakers, businesses, people who are interested in it to come and see what's possible and potentially roll it out across the other schools in the city. But Maria can tell you a bit more about the research because I don't know.
Yeah, so I've been taking measurements of particulate matter at different places inside the playground, close to the wall, far away from the wall, in the adjacent streets as well. We have a very accurate air quality monitor that Urban Flows has lent to us. So we have a way to measure particulates and nitrogen dioxide as well. And with this information that I'm gathering before and that I will continue gathering after the construction of the green barrier, this will give evidence for one, the capacity of plants to reduce air pollution, and then this as well particular arrangement of plants, which is called green barriers, because some schools in London have been using them, but there's no really real evidence, real scientific evidence, or not much, that says or that has proof that this is something that then we can replicate in other schools because it is effective. So that's part of what I'm doing, measuring before and after, modeling a little bit with the meteorological parameters. We have a meteorological station there as well. So it is about understanding the specific characteristics of Hunter's bar to create this green barrier. And then at the end, one of the goals is to take this as a blueprint so other schools could have could benefit from all the knowledge that we are building to then use it in their own spaces.
I think as Maria's kind of touched on, it's a more holistic study than that's ever been done before. So we're looking at the air quality after we put it in, but also concentration levels, absenteeism, lots of different things that are connected to maybe being in a green environment. But as James touched upon in his talk, we know that air quality is an issue in terms of health, but particularly with young children in terms of developing lungs. So whereas you might be within legal limits some of the time, or it might not be as bad as other parts of the city, in particular around schools, there's always more that can be done. There aren't really any safe levels of particulates. So if by planting a green barrier around the school you can improve it by 20–25%, then that's worth doing. And it's time and energy and a one-off cost to plant it, but once it's there forever. So it is something that we feel could be rolled out around other schools, and hopefully the science that Maria's, the research that Maria's conducted will prove that in terms of an evidence base as well. The campaign's called #GoGoGreen, so you can look it up on Twitter. There's a website and stuff.
Sponsorship?
Yeah, there's yeah, I mean, there are opportunities for businesses to help in terms of sponsoring our school to build this green barrier, but also I want to think bigger than that. Actually, Hunters Bar School, we've been fortunate enough to raise quite a lot of money already to do it, and we've got lots of parents with the skills who've been able to put in their time to make it happen. But I want to think bigger, and I want to think about the other schools that maybe have got less access to raising that much money. So whilst we are raising for our schools, I'd also like to see kind of from November what can we do in terms of businesses coming together and policymakers and people who provide funds and coming up with some kind of central pot, central research equipment, central project managers, researchers, landscape architects who could just take it forward. But yeah, if you would like to sponsor our school as well, then feel free. It's #GoGoGreen.